All right, I think we are good to go. So yeah, I'm gonna open up with something special, and then we'll just dive right in there.
Awesome.
And there we go. So that is our current in-game music. The last stage channel, we did not have mini minute. We did not have a lot of content released on the gameplay side of things. So let's reflect back and take a look at like what we have right now. So we have mini minute episode 1 released. We have a bunch of Barbarian King clips of gameplay released.
Hmm.
You even made a video
Yes.
with all of these 3 clips that I shared to the creators. And yeah, I mean, the idea was to, uh, Mini Minute is an opening series. So
Hmm.
what I mean by that is that I have just finished episode 2 shooting and editing, FYI, and so you can expect it next week. And so the idea for Mini Minute is not to have 60 seconds and then kind of meme on it and be like, haha, you only got 60 seconds and that's it, that's all you get. But it's more like, the series that it opens up the conversation about a certain topic and a certain feature. To be fair, like Mini Minute is actually quite challenging to do if you want to actually pack information in 60 seconds, but at the same time it opens up much more conversation later down the line.
Hmm.
So I'm very excited to kind of keep doing it and see how people react to it.
And one of the things that blew me away about that even more was how much the game quality has improved from the original announcement to what we have today. And it's been
Yeah.
2.5 months, and it's so incredible to see the progress.
Like the clips that we share it, and of course those clips are going to look good because like that is what we want to show, and
Hmm.
things that we are confident in sharing. We try to do the main menu to look very complex and very exciting and adventurous and kind of like you're doing things within the meta.
Hmm.
But what ended up happening is that the meta screen was just simply becoming very hard to understand. It's like you finish a match, then you come back to the main screen, and then you get resources, and then you use them, and then it's like, what am I getting? Where is my character going? What is happening here? And it's like it was so
Hmm.
hard to understand for people that like people were so confused. They're like, is this the game? Is the other thing a game? What is the game here? And
Yeah.
so you can be lost very quickly with your focus if you don't ask other people to like give you the first impressions and kind of tell you honestly how they feel about it. And so one of the good things is that we always kind of ask other team members or other teams even to kind of tell us how do they honestly feel about the game. And every day we play the game um, in the studio, and we kind of project via kind of AirPlay on the TV the actual
Hmm.
game. So during the lunchtime, people can actually see the game and they can actually ask us questions, and we can actually just absorb that feedback and be like, all right, well, if this doesn't make a lot of sense to this person that has never played the game before, like we clearly need to take a look into it, right? So I think that's extremely valuable,
Right.
and the dev team needs to be open to the feedback and first impressions, because that's something that we really need to nail down. And I think this time it is a very unique opportunity to have three Clash themed games like
Yeah.
actually be made at the same time. So that was like a very fascinating situation to be in.
Hmm.
And we really just wanted to be upfront with people. We just wanted to be like, hey, we're working on these games. And, like if we did not acknowledge it publicly, people would be able to guess, because, like, Shanghai office has been hiring quite a bit,
Hmm.
expanding the development team. So people would be like, what are you doing there? Like, why do you have teams there? Like, what are you developing there? So
Hmm.
stuff like that. And then, I would, imagine if we would not announce the game and you would have like a community manager, aka me, sit in Shanghai and like just be quiet for months. And it's like,
Yeah.
it would be kind of awkward. It'd be like, like, so what is going on? What is this game? And at the same time, like imagine, having, not being able to share, footage or information about the game early with creators such as you, and stuff like that. It would just make it things much more difficult
Right.
to just talk about these games that are being made,
Hmm.
versus just being upfront, and just be like, hey, yes, we're working on these games. You just simply can sign up for it. You will get information as we are developing the game, and you can judge for yourself where the game is at based on the things that we share with you. So yeah, and I am really a huge fan of like being just honest and transparent with people.
Yeah.
I don't really like acting whatsoever, and I think you can tell that from like a mini minute. I just have fun. Like I literally do not have a script for these videos. Like, I just come in and I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna talk about this, and then I just go off. It's like there is no teleprompter, there is nothing. So like, and that's like, I really want to kind of set the tone for anything that we do here
Hmm.
in Shanghai studio as well. Like, we just want to kind of tell you how things are. It's like we I don't really have any need or like desire to kind of act in front of anyone. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's basically the approach for that announcement specifically. Yeah. So far, the three clips that you have shown on your video,
Hmm.
and that we showed on Instagram, Twitter, and Discord,
Hmm.
that we've separated in a very sneaky way, so people can merge them together from different platforms. Um, that one was 1v1,
Hmm.
like very simple duel, like a very classic 1v1 game mode. So nothing special about that one.
Hmm.
Just simply need to, it's best out of three. So another game mode that we are playing with is called Rumble, and
Okay.
that one involves 8 players,
Oh wow.
and yeah, at the same time, and basically you get match made with another player on 1v1, and then depending on your win or loss, you get promoted to the next stage, and then you simply go tournament style up the rank, and kind of end up in quarterfinals, semifinals, and then grand finals, and then you're the champion. So yeah, those are the two game modes that we kind of want to focus on, and you can choose either of them right away. Like once you finish the tutorial, you're simply going to be able to choose either of these.
If you need any feedback on esports, I'm here for you.
I know. You may or may not see me on a YouTube channel called Clash with Ash next week. So
Ooh, I like it. I love it. So keep an eye out on CWA's channel. I know I'll be watching that. Um, everybody loves Ash in the community. He's such a great guy.
yeah, I know. I've been such a fanboy. Like when he messaged me, I was like, "What the heck? Am I actually speaking to Ash right now? What's going on?" It's amazing. Yes, the minis have stars, as you can see from some of the gameplay footage, and that
Mm-hmm.
does indicate their power level.
Right.
And then the heroes have the levels. And that I think that is going to be a little bit more clear as I show the clips of that in
Mm-hmm.
action in the mini minute number 2. So stay tuned for that. I really want to kind of show you the actual in-game footage of that. It will. I think it should make 100% sense after that. So yeah, I think from the clips that you guys have seen and that I've shared with you, is that you can see your opponent's positioning. Like once the
Yes.
new match starts, you can actually see the ghosts of that of your opponent, of the units that he played in the previous match,
Mm-hmm.
in the previous round. So you have that information, which is extremely valuable. Um, in other types of these kind of games, like one of the things is that like you really need to just kind of pray, like kind of
Yeah.
that like what is going to happen next,
Mm-hmm.
and we kind of want to remove that. We want to kind of like remove a lot of guessing. We want to kind of like give you more kind of tactical choices rather than just like YOLOing it. So yeah. Like here's the thing though, like once we show the mini minute number 2,
Mm-hmm.
um problem is like even that footage is not going to be the final footage. It's like the UI is changing so much and the user
Mm-hmm.
experience is changing so much that I really hope that everybody that sees that video do not get attached too much on like how things look because we have not polished this flow. And so if people decide to be competitive, they can just do it with like a one click of a button and just play the game. And then if they're good at the game, they get promoted. If they're not, they stay where they are, right? Like, so
Mm-hmm.
that's the principle. And so how do we implement that in the user interface and the user experience is like a different story. Uh, but again, the idea is, yes, we will give people option to be competitive and to climb up the ladder and the
Mm-hmm.
leagues and all that kind of stuff. Um, but we also want them to not like put themselves, sweat themselves so much that like, oh man, like I'm losing rating and
Mm-hmm.
I'm now super under pressure of like staying where I'm at, stuff like that. So like it's a balance because I see like mini being very accessible at the
Mm-hmm.
beginning and having features that are very easy to get. So I think that is the principle, that is the philosophy of the game. I think right now, if you win one match, you simply get one trophy. It's very
Okay.
simple. It's very straightforward.
Yeah.
So, like mini is all about small numbers. We don't want to throw like thousands in your face right away. So,
Small.
um, it's very very small. Yeah, I think it should be around 20 to be honest. Right now we have 5 heroes actually, so that's like a fun
Ooh.
little fact. Um, and I have not shown any other one. I mean, I think you can guess which other ones could be there, but also we do have brand new ones that nobody can ever even try to figure out because they're just like simply completely new to the
Mm-hmm.
game, like to the
Right.
to the to the Clash. So that is something that I'm really excited about.
That's so awesome. I'm really excited I'm not even going to ask about the heroes because at this point I just want to be surprised when I see them. We've seen some emotes in the Discord. Will there be emotes in game?
Yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
don't really have these emotes in game usable as of right now. Uh, you will unlock more boards that you can
Mm-hmm.
then play on as a part of the pool of the matchmaking. Sure, in that one, but yeah, I mean, we do want to have the progression related to the actual boards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like as you come to a certain level, you are going to get there and then unlock that board permanently. For the actual beta, for the start, we have 4.
Okay.
It comes from like you know artists kind of coming up with like a concept for like a fun little thing that maybe they think it would be interesting. From concept it goes into like a full 2D like T-pose kind of sketch like that's
Mm-hmm.
like a more polished.
Yep.
And actually, fun fact, I do have some speed drawings, well, time lapses of some of the
Ooh.
concept art or some of the heroes and some of the minis that we've actually built already in game. So I will be sharing that later down the line on some of these. How do they come up? about. And so that's something that's going to be really exciting to edit and prepare for the community.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, it starts with a sketch. Then people kind of, do they like it? Do they vibe with it, right? And then
Hmm.
kind of like, all right, everybody's vibing. Let's go and make a 2D high quality version of it, and then let's start the pipeline of like, the game designer comes up with abilities and
Hmm.
like the star level, like things that they can get, um, and then or if it's a hero, obviously the,
Yeah.
the the whole like progression, which level, what does the level give you and stuff like that, and then goes into like a full production of like a 3D model, so based on the 2D version of the game, of the hero or the
Hmm.
mini. uh, the 3D artists basically sculpt out the basic version of the mini, and then they go into like a full polish phase where like the 3D model is like super high quality and ready to put in game. And after that, we play test. We kind of like try to figure out a balance. But yeah, I mean that's the process in general. And then once we are happy with the kind of a balancing and kind of the mini or a hero being fit into the match, into the whole meta and the game balance, like then we just have it there. Especially, what struck me when I joined the team for the first time is that I really love that the game is also in a portrait mode. So you can
Yes.
actually just play it while you're on a bus or a metro with one hand and just have fun
Hmm.
for a few minutes. And that's
Yep.
something that is really hard to replicate with other types of games. So it's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
So we are approaching the top of the hour. So that is, I believe that's going to do it for this stage session.
Final thing that I just wanted to share is another audio file
Oh,
that is actually that is the sound that the game makes uh, as you tap the icon of the game to start the game. And so there's a very very quick kind of 3-second jingle that happens when you start the game, and you can kind of imagine like how does that all look like. And again, this is still work in progress, but it's really fun. There we go.
I love it. I love it.
So hopefully that does it for this time's stage channel.